Hi everyone, thank you for coming back for another video. I am Hope, and today we are going to be talking about my car misfortunes. Today my mom brought me some Mandarin Chinese food. It was from some thing that my mom had going on at her job. She was like, "Do you want any?" And I was like, "Sure, Mom." Got a Coke. I got orange chicken and rice. I have been in 3-ish car incidents that some were worse than others. I've only been into one actual car crash, which was my fault. I need to look where I'm going. So my first car that I had was a Honda CR-V. Now, I love that car with all my heart. Me and that car were very close. Got me through high school. And then a little bit of college. It was a hand-me-down car. I was pushing my limits with it. I was like 15 years old by the time that car stopped working. Or like over 15. So my first incident in that car is I ran into a wall at my old job in that car. It was so bad. It was scraped all on the side of it, like on my front bumper. And I was with my friend. And what had happened was we had seen this dog. So we got the dog, and then we went back to my place of work because we couldn't find the owner of the dog. So we went to my place of work to go show my friends the dog. And I went to pull up. I had to pull up. I had to drive this way, and the wall was on that side, and I wasn't using my vision correctly. So I like scraped my car, but I still showed them the dog because the dog was still cool. I didn't tell my parents because, I don't know, I just didn't tell them. They thought that each other did it for about a year, and then we went to go see my grandparents, and it got brought up like, oh, who scratched up the car, because that was the car that we all also used. We only had 2 cars at the time. My mom was like, oh, my dad did it, and my dad was like, I didn't do it, you did it. And then they kind of looked at me, and I was like, I didn't do it. I don't know why. My sister was only like 15, 14, so she wasn't driving yet. It was very clearly me. After they realized that it wasn't each other, I told them that I forgot about it. And then I ended up telling them the story, and they were like, you didn't forget, you just didn't tell us. And I was like, you're right. And then another time in my Honda, I was driving to Target, I think. I don't know how it happened, but I ended up on the curb. I ended up hitting a sewer drain, and I messed up my axle. I had to drive like crooked in order to go straight, and I was like, oh my gosh. So then I called my dad. That time I told him, and I was like, messed up the car a little bit. And then that car ended up dying, so I had to get a new car. So I ended up getting 2 new cars. So both of these cars were new, like brand new owned, like 0 miles on them. I was coming back home. I was supposed to turn across like 4 lanes in a neighborhood, and I didn't look before turning left, and a car was coming up. I hit them. It like scraped like their whole side. And my front bumper completely came off. Mom was not happy about that. Me and these front bumpers are not friends. That was the last time I drove that car. After that, I got my truck. It's a beauty, don't get me wrong. Like, I love this truck to death. It's just big. I think I prefer it. I haven't had any problems in this car because I think I would have a mental breakdown. But it did snow here, and it iced over a couple days ago. Probably like a week ago by now. That was the time that my husband was graduating in Texas. So I had to drive. We took my truck because my truck has a snow mode. I thought it was going to be fine. I need to invest in either snow tires or chains to go around my tires. I was slipping and sliding everywhere, and this really nice older man who also had a truck helped me every single time because we were going the same way. He was so nice. He had like a red truck that had snow tires on. The car was fine. It hydroplaned a couple times, but thankfully it never spun out. I had to maneuver to not get hit as another truck next to me spun out, and then my truck would slide back and forth. After that, I saw my husband. I did not drive anymore that whole time that we were there, nor on the way back. It was so bad. I don't know. I'm happy that I don't drive anymore. My husband's the one that always drives now for us too. But I have to drive still. So those were some of my misfortunes with my cars. I don't know if that's like a normal amount, because I've had my license for about 4 years now. I don't know if that's too much. I don't know if that's like little, But I feel like it's a lot. And it stresses me out now when I drive. And I feel like I'm super vigilant. But apparently I'm not vigilant enough. Because if I was, I must have been going through these things. And I still hop curbs like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, those were my stories. And I hope that everyone else also has some stories. And if you do, comment them below. Because I love reading crazy stories. Because it makes my stories not feel as crazy. Don't text and drive. Look left and right. A lot of times. A car versus the ice always wins. Those are my standpoints from this video. Okay, well, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of y'all's day. Mwah.